Hello, 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 hello. How are you? This is Els coming from Beam's Crafty Corner, and today we're going to make something out of this plastic frame from the Dollar Tree. Okay, so I'm gonna get a list of supplies out, and we're gonna get started on this one. It'll be a quick one. I'll be right back. All right. So in addition to your frame, these are Scrabble tiles, and there's another game in here too that has tiles. I don't know what it's called. If anybody knows, there's bumblebees on these yellow ones. You're going to want some of these tiles. Now, you can get these. You can get the smaller ones too. They have really tiny ones that are like, I don't know, they're almost like half the size of these that you can get at the Snobby. Some paper flowers or other decorations, some string. You're either going to want paper clips or these spring clips. I like these. Hey now, open. Anyway, you're going to want some of those. A piece of vellum, decorated. If you don't want to use the vellum, you can just use white paper. It's entirely up to you. I like the vellum, the decorated vellum, so that's what I'm going to use. Okay, so this is a plastic frame, so we're not going to sand it or paint it or do anything like that to it. All we're going to do is open it up and take everything out. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that. I'm going to clear everything out of the way, and I'll be right back. All right, so I have my piece of glass. So I can either just put this on here, you know, and make a couple of marks, or I can measure it, whichever I choose to do. Hey now, come here. So I'm going to get these two pieces of paper lined up. I'm going to put my piece of glass on. I'm going to go ahead and mark it, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut this down to the size that I need. This is easy stuff, right? Okay. Now I'm going to save that because I can use that for something else. Now, if you want to adhere this, you can. You don't have to. We are going to bring the frame back in. We're going to put our glass back in. Now, I lost one of those little things. It's right here. So I'm going to put that back in. I just need to straighten it first. And then I'm going to put my vellum in. And then my piece of paper. And my back piece. I'm going to do it this way. I'll get that in later. Okay, so now I have my frame with my piece of vellum. Okay, now remember, you can hang this up. It's got the little hanging piece on it. So you can hang this up if you want, or you can stand it up. It's entirely up to you. But we're going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to be back. We're going to start working on those clips and stuff, so I'll be right back. All right, so let's start with our tiles, okay? So what this is going to end up being is a little dry erase memo board. So you can put memo on here, you can put notes on here, whatever you want it to say. And originally, I had wanted to use the white ones, but when I look at it, it's too white. So we're going to see if I can spell memo out of actual Scrabble tiles. I'll take notes if I can, you know. So that's notes. It might be notes. I may not have any M's. And I need 2 of them. Nope, that's W. I got excited there for a second. This is the fun part. Oh, I got one. I found one. There's about 6 games worth of Scrabble tiles in here. But you know, you use, there's 2. All right. So now I'm going to put all these away. It's a good thing I have large hands. Now, I mean, you can put anything you want on here. You could make one for every person in your family, you know, and hang them up, put them on the door to their rooms, you know, grandkids, whatever. All right. So now, I'm going to see which one I like. So that's Memo. I like notes better. Okay, so we looked for those M's for nothing. All right, so we're going to put these on here. Now, I do not recommend hot glue because this is a plastic frame. Okay, so 3-in-1, E6000, some quick grip, whatever you're going to use, all right? So, let's take these, and I'm going to use trusty nail file here, just to kind of take a little bit of the shine off the back, because these are highly polished, and the glue will stick a little bit better if they're a little roughed. Now, as I said, these came from several sets. That one's not quite as dark as the others, but I can live with it for the moment, or I can come in with a Sharpie and I can just put it in the line here. And darken it up. Okie dokie. So we're done with that part, and we're going to move on to this part. So I'm going to attempt to open this glue, which I have to tell you always requires the glue opening device. Okay. Now, this part of my frame is flat, so I kind of want to like get as much of the piece as I can on that part, and I'm going to start in the middle. And build out. That way I've sort of centered this. Now, you know, maybe you don't want it for notes. Maybe you want it for ideas. You want to make this your idea board. You know, that's good too. Whatever you want it to be, okay? So now that I've got these on here, and I decided to go irregular with them. You may want to put them in a straight line. That's up to you too. Now that I've got these on here, I'm going to close up this glue, and I'm going to set this to the side so that it can dry, and then we'll start working on the clips. So I'll be right back. All right, so these have dried. They are on there. Now the next thing is going to be to get out your pokey tool or you know, drill or whatever, and you're going to go very carefully through the plastic. Okay, very carefully. You're going to put one on either side. Now you can put as many of these as you want. You know, I'm just going to do 3. So I'm going to do that one. Here, and you can see I'm just kind of wiggling it, pressing very slowly, and then I think I'm going to put one in the middle, and I think that's right about there. It's close enough, right? Now you could put a book or something behind this if you wanted to. All right, so I have 3 holes, and I have 3 of these little clips, and I have 3 of these metal, you know, regular brads. And so I'm going to put the brad through the hole on the back of my clip. And then I'm going to put the shafts through the holes that I made. I'm going to do that for all 3 of these. Okay. And this last one. And then once I have these through, I'm going to turn this over. And then I'm going to turn these so that they're sideways and I can open them up. So I'm going to be using a pair of pliers, tweezers, whatever you have for this. Just, you know. Grab the prongs and turn them, because we want them to open out, okay? And then I'm going to use my pokey tool for this. And I'm just going to push these open. can use whatever you need to get in there and make this happen. Okay, so now I have those on there. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on each one of these. And for that, I'll use my hot glue. You can use your E6000, however you want to do it. But I'm going to use my hot glue today very carefully because this is a plastic frame. But I'm going to be putting some glue on these just to keep them flat, and I will be back as soon as that's dry. Be right back. Okay, so we're drying the back. These have a little bit of mobility. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be using mine, you know, standing up. I'm going to be hanging it, so it's okay here. Now, if you were going to use this standing up, you might want to put these down the side. That's entirely up to you. You could put, like, you know, 2 on each side would be great. And I also have these little flowers here that I'm going to add. And I'm going to be using the quick grip for this because, well, hot glue, I don't want them to pop off, you know. So, we are just going to glue these down. They have a little bit of a metal coming out of the back, so trim that off so I can get them flat. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry and then I'll be back and we'll finish this up. All right? Be right back. Okay, so here's my piece all done. My flowers have dried. My letters are dried. My clips are on, and I can use them to put notes and things on my board. And I have a dry erase board in the middle. So if I have to write a message, I can. And it wipes right off because it's glass. And that's it. That's my project for this week. Let's see. So this cost me $1. $1.25 for the frame, and then, you know, what I had on hand. So that's my little project for this week. Listen, if you're new here and you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit that button for me and subscribe. Like me, ring my bell, share me with all your friends. And then your friends can be my friends, and my friends can be your friends, and our friends can get to be friends. And before you know it, we have a giant crafting community. I go live on Wednesdays, Thursdays, twice on Fridays, and on Sundays. On Sundays, we play games. Fridays, I go on in the morning at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then again at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Late Night Lunatics. I post videos about twice a week, every Monday, and then once more during the course of the week. If you want to know the who, what, when, where, and why of my digital life, go check out my community tab here on my YouTube channel, or go over to my Facebook group. There's a list over there as well. There's a link in the description box below that'll get you over there. And we got a few things going on. We have our Minute Mysteries over in the Facebook group. That's kind of fun. And we also have our Projects of 23 Challenge. If you want more information, there is a link to the video in the description below that's going to tell you everything that you need to know. It is not a competition. This is just a personal challenge. You challenge yourself to complete every month. And that's it. That's all I have for you until I see you again. Stay well, my friends. Bye-bye.